Hey, hey, hey. Good evening. What's going on, good people? What's going on? Okay, if you have been watching my stories, then you know what tonight's topic is. If you have not been watching my stories, let me bring you on in. So, tonight we're going to be talking about are protective styles protective or actually protecting your hair while you're experiencing hair loss. Okay, here comes Precious. Hold on, give me a second. We're both gonna come in. Okay, don't ask me what I'm doing now. There you go.
Hey, everybody. How you guys doing?
Hey,
Hey, Tiff.
how are you?
I'm hanging in there, just wrapping up a few things. And I was like, oh, I gotta hop on live. Let me see if I
Right,
can
right.
share
So
this
I was
out to
just
some people.
letting the people know what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're talking about our protective styles, really protective while you're on your hair loss journey, on your journey to restore, correct, regrow, your hair throughout your hair loss journey. So, for everybody that's just tuning in, Precious and I are going to introduce ourselves because there may be some people here that do not know us. You may be here for the first time. So, I'm going to go ahead and let Precious introduce herself and then I'll come in after.
Absolutely. So, hey, everyone. So, for those that don't know me, my name is Precious Rutland. I'm a consultant trichologist as well as the owner of the Institute of Holistic Beauty. And that's where we teach hairstylists, barbers, beauty professionals how to treat their clients' hair loss in a holistic way using non surgical restoration methods to help them to restore their hair. Hair loss is becoming very prevalent now more than ever. No one is exempt. It's estimated that over 50% of women will experience some form of hair loss, like by the time that they're 60. So this is like a very much needed topic. And so Tiffany and I are just hopping on, and we just wanted to talk about, our protective styles. Like she mentioned earlier, is it good while you're treating hair loss? And so I have a couple of things I want to say about that, but I'll let Tiffany go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. If you are not familiar with me, my name is Tiffany Nicole. I am a certified hair loss specialist and also a licensed cosmetology instructor. So, what I do is help beauty professionals grow their business from graduation all the way to grand opening, all the things in between. And we are our focus tonight and our focus this quarter is for helping professionals learn how to help their clients that are experiencing hair loss. So that is a part of the reason that we are doing this series tonight. We wanted to give you some information so that you can become more familiar with us and the ways that we can help you help your clients. And if you are a consumer or client, stay tuned. We have information for you too. It's we got a little bit for everybody today. We spilling all the tea.
Yes, absolutely. So one of the things that I wanted to just share, you know, once you start experiencing hair loss, one of the things that we want to start doing is running and getting their product, or either trying to camouflage and seeing what we could do to cover it up. And so there's nothing wrong with getting protective styles, while you're restoring your hair, getting it to grow back. but it's definitely a way to do it. And sometimes the clients, they don't take in consideration the further damage that can be done from the protective style. So it's your job as the hairstylist, the barber, to guide them as far as like what would be the best style that would minimize further damage to the hair or continue to exacerbate the hair loss that they're currently experiencing, and then two, giving them that solution as far as helping them to regrow their hair. And so as I'm consulting and talking with clients, what I'm hearing from them over and over again is that they're going into these protective styles, particularly like sew-ins or even some of the frontals, the lace frontals. I'm like, oh my gosh. And they're losing a lot of their edges, and then definitely in that crown, and it's from those protective styles. And my heart just goes out to them. So while those styles may be good, it's about a way of how you're installing those styles and how you're taking care of them. What do you think, Tiff?
I definitely think that there is a place and purpose for protective styling. But first and foremost, this is to the consumer. First and foremost, you want to find somebody who can help you with your hair loss journey so that you don't cause further damage. Like Precious said, one of the first things that we want to do is, go get this hair growth oil and, get these protective styles, whether it's braid, weaves, or whatever it may be at the time, but without finding out exactly what the problem is, so that you can then get into a treatment plan. And then depending on your treatment plan, which style will actually help you, the hairstylist will be able to bridge the gap between the trichologist and dermatologist and yourself. So there is like a 3-part recipe here that needs to happen. And a lot of times we want to put all of our faith and all of our trust in the hairstylist, when there's actually, I know you hear all the time, there's levels to this, but it really is. It really is. And it's no one piece of the puzzle is greater than the other when you're working together. So, there will be times when you need all 3 of us, okay, to keep the hair that you have and to restore and regrow, depending on what your actual issue is.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And another thing I just want to piggyback off of that is that, and this is particularly to the consumer in this case, is paying attention to your hair. So while we're quick to jump into these protective styles, paying attention to the type of hair, the synthetic, especially if it's synthetic hair, and you're adding that to make the foundation of your sew-in, or you're adding that to make the braids, the faux locks, like all of that is cute. But if you notice right away that your hair is itching and, it's just uncomfortable in that protective style, then that's definitely an indication that you have a sensitivity to synthetic hair. And so you just want to take care and pay attention so that you don't damage the rest of your hair. And so that's like the second thing that I'm noticing here with clients. And I'm like, well, I was like, well, how often are you, putting these extensions in? I'm like, so every time you put the extension in, that's when you notice the itchiness in your hair. And I'm like, well, you continue to put it in. And they're like, well, yeah. And I'm like, well, haven't you noticed, like, you've developed a sensitivity over time? And they're like, well, I've always worn my hair like this. I always have my extensions. I don't know what to do without it. And I'm like, well, that's fine, but we need to probably switch that hair out, or maybe start using human hair to start doing this protective style. So what I'm saying is, don't get married to just one particular hair, but the most important thing is
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to what is going on with your body, what is going on with your hair. Like your hairstylist, they only can do so much. So they're not like magicians, and can magically help your hair grow. Like, they're there to help you, but you have to help us to guide you. So you got to help us to help you. But
Right.
paying attention to that. So Tiff, like, I know you've done braids, and like you're, a beast at these protective styles. So like, what have you noticed, or is there any tips that you can give the clients as far as like this protective hair, synthetic hair? Because even some of them say, well, I gotta clean it with the apple cider vinegar. So can you just give them a little nuggets there
Ooh.
just to help them something?
It's a lot. Okay,
Okay.
it's a lot. As far as the synthetic fibers and things like that, yes, I have done the apple cider vinegar soak. Some people do it for a short period of time. Some people do it for hours. I've seen it done up to 10 hours. I'm not doing all that. Okay. I feel like Precious is saying, you have to pay attention. Your body is going to tell you,
Yeah.
right, what is going on. And as professionals, we need to be having conversations with our clients. When they say, "Oh, my scalp itch every time I get braids," we need to be making mental notes of that. We a lot of times we're just in conversation and kind of just glossing over things, but those are some things that should be raising red flags for us as professionals. If they're feeling the tension, if they feel like they need to take a pain reliever before or after the service, red flag.
Yeah.
Okay, for you and the consumer. That is either a style that is not appropriate for the stage that they are, or it's just not appropriate for their body and their lifestyle. If they're always getting maybe braids and pulling them up, you're going to exasperate the problem. You're going to, put more pressure and tension on the hairline, or those edges, as you call it.
Mm-hmm.
Let I'm gonna go off track just a little bit. We're gonna talk about these baby hairs. Can we talk about the baby hairs?
Yes.
Can we talk about the baby hairs one time? One time for
Yes.
the baby hairs. It's not baby hairs. It is breakage.
Mhm.
It's breakage.
You so serious.
Now, how, you 40. When was the last time you were a baby? It's not baby hair. Okay. I know that's the term, and sometimes we get married to these things, right? I'm big on terminology. Okay. I'm an instructor by trade. I'm gonna go to the book and we're gonna pull out the terminology. It's not baby hairs.
Mhm.
More than likely, you are experiencing breakage. How
Mhm.
did we get there? Tension,
Mhm.
edge control.
Yeah.
I said it. Edge control. Okay. It's not the it's like a band-aid.
Mhm.
You're just trying to make it look cute instead of addressing the issue. The issue is it's a sign of hair loss or hair damage. Okay. So we need to make sure that as professionals, because the consumer is on a different track with that. It's for us to bring them in and go ahead and tell them that, okay, because they don't know. They see it, they want it.
Yeah.
It's done to camouflage the lace, even on the lace fronts. So it's not always their own baby hair. It's what's going on is trendy, but is it helpful?
Mhm.
Every time we jump on a trend, we have to figure out if it's helpful, if it's beneficial to our consumer, to our clients, to our customers, right? And by the way, clients and customers are two different things. That's another talk show.
Mhm.
But we have to make sure that we are paying attention to that as professionals and figuring out what it is that we can do to help the client. Because
Mhm.
sometimes it is a matter of changing products,
Yeah.
a matter of, reducing the tension and things will come back. Sometimes it's internal.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a scalp disorder.
Yes.
So then at that point, it is beyond me. It
Mm-hmm.
is beyond me as the hairstylist. That's when the trichologist and the dermatologist come into play. So a lot of people don't necessarily know that it's a three-step puzzle here.
Yeah.
So this is why we're here to let you guys know that and to, help you get more in tune with that and figure out your place in that puzzle or in that chain.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you are a stylist or barber, whether you're looking to move into hair loss and become a hair loss professional, whether you're looking to move into trichology. Hell, you might want to just jump all the way, go ahead and go to school and be a dermatologist.
Mm-hmm.
If that's what you want to do, why not?
Yeah.
There's no limits. We all study some of the same things,
Yeah.
but it's levels to it. So we just want to
Exactly.
help you find the piece of the puzzle where you need to be to help your clients the best way you can.
Yes. And since Tiffany don't went there on these edges, so now I'm gonna put my 2 cents in there and just say, words to wise, it is not cool for you to be removing your lace fronts by yourself without professional. And they're removing the lace fronts using alcohol, just dry alcohol.
Alcohol.
I'm like, are you
Thank you.
serious? I'm like, did you just sit here on this call in this consultation and tell me that? And they're like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, so you didn't expect or think nothing of it, that you were going to lose your edges? And they just had this look on their face like they just looking for help right now. So again, I know that,
She
and this
says,
is
oh
another
no.
conversation to go into because,
Mm-hmm.
the client, the consumer, they're saying that, the stylists, they off the chain now with these prices, and you got to come to them with your hair shampooed and blow dried already. So they trying to save money. And I get it. I get it. So that's a whole nother conversation that we're going to get into.
We have
But
so much to talk about.
yes. Um,
This is the song that never ends.
yes. But I was gonna say, now, when you start taking matters into your own hands and doing things without a professional's help, that is where you're also going to get into trouble. So I know that you're thinking like, yeah, the lace front is going to help me. It's going to be my protective style. While growing my hair back, but that is not the answer.
It's not
You
always the
need
best
to
option.
go right. You had it installed professionally, so have them remove it professionally. Like, you have to know your limits.
Absolutely. And so now that we're on that and we're talking about finding a professional,
Yep.
not just whoever you see. Now, listen, these social media streets will trick you. You have to do your due diligence, right?
Yes.
Everybody is here to put their best foot forward, right? When you get off of this live, if this is your first time here, go to our pages, check out what we've been talking about, look up our licenses. You know, we're legit. But these are the things that you have to do when you're vetting other people, whether it's a stylist, a barber, a nail tech, an accountant, whatever, services that you're looking for. We as the consumer have to do our due diligence and not just get caught up in the shiny object.
Yeah.
Oh, she laid those baby hairs. Oh, she melted that lace. Oh my goodness, he put those curls down. Oh, did you see that lineup? And you just immediately go book. No, ma'am, no, sir. This is one of the reasons that, you know, me and Precious have the job that we have,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because consumers are sometimes caught up in the shiny object syndrome and they just want the fix, the look, the feel, and not the solution. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we're very solution based in our practices, both behind and away from the chair. So just make sure that you are, asking other people, checking their reviews, look up the license.
Yeah.
It's all of our licenses are public record. It's
Mm-hmm.
public record.
Yeah. And I want to thank one of our guests for joining, Anya. She's really big. She's a stylist. Give congratulations to her. She just got her cosmetology license, so she's got her own
Hey,
salon suite. She's out in California. So you guys, make sure you
awesome.
follow is Blessed by Yay. She's in the comments. And I love talking to her. Me and her got to talking, and she's also brought to my attention about, it's all about a popularity thing. So it's piggybacking off of what Tiffany just said, as far as like the clients are going to the stylist that's very popular. And I'm like, you're right, Anya. Like, and because she's like, I'm real, I'm damn good at what I do with hair. I love healthy hair. But she was like, she can't be seen because everybody else is going to what's popular. And I said, you know what? Well, we got to talk about this. So thank you, Anya, for bringing that to our attention. Like, and you hit the nail right
Mhm.
on the head, Tiffany. Like, it's just time to educate the people. And hey, you gotta stop, what you say, stop falling for these tricks out here and social media, and you got to do your research. And that's another
Mhm.
thing why the clients, consumers are getting disappointed. Like you said, they're
Yes.
jumping on the first thing that
hmm
they see.
So I want to encourage you, Blessed by Yay, to
Yep.
educate your clients. That's how you're going to set yourself apart from the rest of the people. Okay. You have to position yourself as the expert. So,
Mhm.
get out there, talk about what you do, talk about how you do it. It doesn't matter what you think you're giving away. It's only one you.
Yeah.
Nobody can do it like you do it. Talk that talk.
Yep. And so with that, I wanted to go ahead and transition. So,
Hey,
what
Kai.
Tiffany and I have decided to do, just from the feedback that we've been getting from you all, and we realized that, trying to get people to gather and take this show on the road to Atlanta would be a lot. So what we're doing now is we're going to do a virtual event, so stay tuned. All those details are coming. So we just had to switch a few things around. And we're still doing our event in October. So it's gonna be more towards the end of October.
hmm
So we're getting everything together. We're gonna put it on Eventbrite. So we definitely want you all to share, invite your stylists, your best business besties, so really get you guys educated so you can get out here, and get a wider range of clientele and get you educated in hair loss.
hmm
Did you want to add some things, Tiff?
Can you drop the wait list link?
Okay.
Do we have that? And I'll pin it.
um
I'm gonna unpin what I have
I didn't
some
change
kind of
it
way.
yet. Shoot,
Okay.
I'll have it
Okay.
ready by the time we do our next live.
Sounds good. So listen,
Forgive me, guys.
and this is where I'm going with this, right? Sometimes you have to pivot on purpose,
Yeah.
and it's a work in progress, right? Transparency is a good thing. This just means that we are taking the extra steps to get everything in order so that you have a seamless customer journey, which is what
Yeah.
we'll be talking about next week. Right? So we'll be talking about that on our next live. But I just want to encourage you all, if you are looking to get into hair loss, it is a very lucrative field. I can promise you that the majority of you are already doing these services,
Yeah.
but once you change that marketing and get that certification behind you, it's a whole different world. It's a
Hmm.
whole different uh, income level. It's a whole different type of clients. It's a whole different lifestyle, the way that you work, because it's going to be a different client. So you're going to have access to different people, switch up your schedule. It's
Yeah.
just really going to change your life. And it's going to also change your client's life, even the ones who you are already doing these services for, because you will be more experienced and better prepared to serve them from the time you meet them till the time they leave you that awesome review.
Hmm. Yeah. Do we have any questions in the comments before we wrap up? We definitely will be here next Monday, same time. So we also have switched up time for you all so we can get more of you on. If this is your first time joining or you coming back after replay, just put in the comments hashtag replay so we can make sure we reach out to you. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our live. We have any questions
So for
in there,
those of
Tiff?
you that have Yes, those of you that have joined, later on in the live, please go back and watch the replay. We're going to introduce ourselves again before we sign off.
Yeah.
My name is Tiffany Nicole. I am a certified hair loss specialist. I'm going a little fast tonight. Certified hair loss specialist. I am also a licensed cosmetology instructor. What I do is help beauty professionals grow their businesses from grand opening, from graduation all the way to grand opening. Is we changed our time. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. Mompreneur life. Shout out to my mompreneurs. We're here getting it done. Okay. But this is how I help you start your business, from business formation all the way to digital marketing, helping you create your client experience and identify and create your signature product.
Mm-hmm. And for those of you, this is your first time meeting me, my name is Precious Rutland. I'm a consultant trichologist and the owner of the Institute of Holistic Beauty. And so I train the stylists, barbers, beauty professionals, and how to treat their clients' hair loss holistically so that they can be able to provide non-surgical, holistic solutions to their clients to regrow their hair. Hair loss isn't going anywhere, and in fact, it's increasing. And so we come out here to teach. We also do workshops at your salons and spas. So if that is something that interests you and you want to train and get your staff abreast so you can be able to bring in new clients, new clientele, wider range of clients, then definitely reach out. But that's what we're here for, and that's what this event is coming up for here in October. We're moving it to October 24th. So you guys just sit tight. We come in with that information. But I work it, y'all work. I gotta get the website ready for y'all, but we are doing it through Eventbrite, and we should have it ready for you all by our next live.
Yes, yes. So thank you all again for joining us. If you are just joining in, catch the replay, leave any questions or comments in the comment section, and we will return and reply. Thank you again. Thank you so much for joining.
Hi, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.